to you live from Real Talk Radio 100 with the Unsugacoated Plug and Tea Talk Radio Show, where we bring you real talk, real issues, real people.
Baby, he got a good lineup tonight, you heard me? He got the gospel gold, the cast of the gospel golden girls with us. Producer, Dr. Jennifer Gilbert. And two of them folks with her from New Orleans, you heard me? That's known about me. Come on in the cast of Dr. Lord, I said Dr. The cast of the golden girl. All right. Yes, honey. Yes. All right. Bring it in. Oh, when I tell you, we're about to give y'all a show tonight. We're about to give y'all a show tonight. Well, I am your girl, Kay Reed. Give me my music. Tell me. You cut. Come over, son. Yes.
There she go.
There she go. Oh, that's that actor's cut. All right, listen. This is your girl, Kay Reed, with the Unsugacoated Plug and Tea, where we bring you every real talk, real people, real issues, real lives that matter every day. Well, we got the plug and tea for you tonight with my actual co-host, your girl April D. But we have the phenomenal Houston's finest play. Now I'm just playing. Houston's finest playwright. One of the biggest playwrights here in Houston, Dr. Jennifer Gilbert. Before we start that interview with Dr. Gilbert, all right. I ain't got on the second line drop. Okay, too much stuff, it's too much. I ain't got the second line drop on, and the wig gonna shift. The wig gonna shift. Did I say that? Well, listen, this is actress and actress night. So we about to clown up in here tonight. You heard me? Right. So again, we have the phenomenal Dr. Jennifer Gilbert. And Dr. Gilbert we about to give the plug and tea today. Okay. All right. So what type of plugs you got for us? Did you say you wanted to be in on this? Oh, I just was gonna chime in. You gonna chime in? Yeah, I'm gonna chime in. Oh, baby, I got a plug for you now. For you unemployed folk. Baby, baseball is almost over. If you need a job, hit your girl Carrie up at 281-606-9655.
Right now.
If you need a job, hit your girl Carrie up at 281-606-9651. We are and I am recruiting for not only the Houston Astros, but now it's football time. So I am recruiting for the Houston Texans. Whoop, whoop. Give it up, give it up. So if you would like to work in sports and entertainment and what'd she say? Nothing, sugar. Go ahead. Girl, men in tight. Girl, men in tight. Men in tight. Listen, if you would like to work for the Houston Texans, hit your girl Carrie up at 281-606-9651. And all you need to do is go online, take your TABC test and your food handlers certification, and I can help you get in the door. Trust me, I can. We're at the end of baseball season. We are still recruiting and hiring for Space City Cowboys. So if you would like to work for Space City Cowboys, y'all want to say, who is the Space City Cowboys? I never heard of them. But they used to be the Skeeters. They used to be the Houston Skeeters. And they are the Houston Astros minor league baseball team. So yes, we are still recruiting for them as well as for the Houston Astros. So if you need a job, hit your girl Carrie up again at 281-606-9651. For all you viewers who are just now tuning in, I would ask that you would share, like, and tag your friends. Please, especially let them know about this job opportunity. Now, we got some tea going around town. Baby, we got these hot stage plays coming up.
Okay, we need some more kind of tea. We need some real tea cups.
Baby, you don't know what I got up in here.
Oh. Well, Well,
You
I
don't
want to
know
know
what?
why we got paper cups like we from the hoods. You know, the family members that don't know how to bring the Tupperware back.
That's what it is. You see, because y'all didn't pay. Y'all did not pay. Y'all didn't pay y'all family reunion fees. You know we family. And so because you didn't pay your family reunion fees, y'all get the paper cups.
Gotta pay them fees.
You know, and April D over there. Now she's straight up from hood. She telling you she got the Arizona tea, so she letting you know what she drinking. But is it really Arizona tea in that cup? Anybody know? Is it Arizona tea?
It don't look like it.
It's a fruit punch.
I don't know because you know me and April D used to run back in the day. Now let me tell y'all. You know, me and
Don't
April D.
start off that.
Remember what I got to tell you. Me and April D. Baby, this girl done jumped me in the
She what?
baby. I just in the game.
It was not a game. It was a neighbor.
It was a listen. She jumped me in and she damn near killed me. You heard me? But look at us, saved, sanctified, and filled with some kind of ghost. I don't know if it's the Holy Ghost. I don't know what kind of ghost. You know, Halloween is approaching. I don't know if it's Casper, the friendly ghost, or the Holy Ghost.
Yes,
She
I
filled with the ghost.
the spirit walks with me daily.
Damn.
Girl, which one?
That's what keeps me humble.
Who?
Shonda.
Is it hitting anything?
No, it's
So you
not.
said the
no,
spirit.
no, I said the Holy Ghost.
I think you stopped at specs before you got here and put something in that bottle. That's what it is. Well, look, give me some tea, Jennifer, Dr. Gilbert. You said you had some tea to pour, and we need that tea from you tonight.
So let me tell you something. There's this hot stage play about to come out. Baby, listen.
I'm listening.
Ain't none of the cast well.
Oh,
Wow.
None of them.
Ain't none of them well.
None of them, honey.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Gospel Golden Girls. So they ain't real gospel.
Oh,
That's the problem.
my.
We're going to try to introduce them to the Lord before it's all over.
They
They got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to get it right.
But what happened on Monday and Tuesday?
Sinning, probably.
Really?
Got a little rain in them.
That's the main one right there.
And see, this brother here, I heard this brother here is from where I'm from. He's from the boot. So I know he's sinning. Not just on no Monday and Tuesday. He's probably doing it 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And this saint over here, she looked like she wear them dresses down to the floor.
Watch it.
Sanctified, filled with the real Holy Ghost.
I'm very filled with the Holy Ghost.
What did you feel with them nails?
Sometimes the Holy
We ain't gonna
Ghost.
get on them.
Ooh.
We not gonna get on
Baby,
them.
let me see.
Ooh, I just got to scratch.
Baby, if I go get a jar of eyelids, if I go get a jar of eyelids, would I need to buy 2 picks or can I just use one of them? Just one of them. Well, thank you, my baby. Well, listen. On this Saturday, gospel recording artist J Bass is having his appreciation musical down there in Texas City. We will bring you the location and the time when we come back up. But I would love for you all to go out and support my minister of music, Minister J Bass of T-Lock. J Bass has wrote hundreds of songs that should be at the top of the billboard. Often these gospel artists are not being noticed as they should. J Bass does a lot in the community. He's a part of Houston Mass Choir. He's a board member for the Houston Mass Choir, the Gospel Music Workshop of America. And we just want to love on J Bass and honor him. Also, what I forgot?
He is also an author under the J. Gilbert Ministries Publishing Company. Come on, somebody. Two books.
And J. Gilbert, which y'all don't know, is Dr. Jennifer J. Gilbert. She owns her own publishing company. So therefore, if you are looking to write
the play.
You better come on.
Let me get on and jump on in here. I got a book and a play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this play. That's a little tea there.
What is your play about?
wait a minute.
It's called Hidden
Now
Genetics.
Gilbert to get the book.
So you think
Now
about
wait a minute.
Now don't start.
Baby, you
Don't
jump me
start.
in back
Let me get my
then.
cookies
But
for this.
then back then I was a little scared of you. I got Jesus with me more now today. So I ain't scared of you today. But listen. Gilbert can have the book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can go. She gonna get
But
it.
you gotta give me the Me and Gilbert could do the play half and half. But we got to have that
I like negotiations to me.
negotiation. Spell
I
it.
like collaboration.
Spell negotiation.
That's what it sounds like.
I can spell negotiation.
Collaborations.
I'm a writer. So, matter of fact, it started in the womb. # Whose Womb is also being published by Dr. Jennifer Gilbert, which is my autobiography. So listen, you said spell negotiation. That is NEO. Any Asian. There it is right there. There it is right there. But I am so excited to have this wonderful cast in the building on tonight. And they are doing great things. They are doing, when I say they are doing phenomenal things, they are doing phenomenal things as it relates to doing stage plays and reaching the people through the art of drama. Sometimes you cannot receive it from a certain. Sometimes you can't receive it from a song. Sometimes you just literally have to see it portrayed before you on the stage. It seems like you're just right there. You're just sitting in your past, just sitting there. And I'm sure that you will be able to grab something out of this phenomenal stage play, out of any stage play that is taking place. Because these playwrights,
Stage play has a message.
the stage play has a message. You know, sometimes I be hearing it, and when I hear stuff, I thought that was God giving me another play. I was like, what was that? But anyway, yes, the stage play has a message. My motto is I live what I write what I live. And all of my productions are based on true events. And I know the same thing with Dr. Jennifer Gilbert. So without further ado, because we ain't gonna tarry much too long because we started late. CP time, but we're gonna get it together. You heard me? Dr. Jennifer Gilbert. Dr. Jennifer Gilbert is a well-known preacher. Baby, she will hoop, and I'm telling you, she will make that wig shift. My wigs are shifters. You have to understand, and I have to watch it because I don't wear stocking caps. I don't wear stocking caps, and I've been shouted, and the wig been under the pew. But Dr. Jennifer Gilbert is a well-known preacher, teacher, prophet, and praise and worship leader, and comedian, both foreign and domestic. Born in Lawton, Oklahoma, but raised worldwide by a military family. She answered her call to God at the tender age of 9. But she did not fully walk in her calling until 2002. She is also an education extraordinaire with a whooping 7 degrees. Whooping whopping. Y'all know I ain't got on my glasses.
I think you need to put them on head.
Put it on clear.
Put it on quick.
I'm going to put them on clear. 7 degrees. 2 associates, 2 bachelors, 1 master, and 2 doctorates. She has also written over 30 books and counting. She released 2 full-length gospel CDs and contributed to the Christian and secular education community as well. She has also completed a plethora of stage plays, but secular and Christian, marrying all of her talents and gifts and bringing them to the stage. Dr. Gilbert brings her Christian comedy to whatever element she operates. No matter how funny she may be, and she is funny, one thing she does not joke about is her relationship with the Lord, and her family being her 2 adult children and her adorable grandchildren. Facebook Nation, everyone across the nation. How many nations we have watching us, Malcolm? It's a lot of them.
6.
We have 6 nations watching us on tonight. So to the 6 nations that is watching us, I present to you Dr. Jennifer Gilbert.
Dip him up.
Now, we will come back after a short commercial break, and we will begin our questioning. I want you all to tune in. I want you all to engage. I want you to call in.
do platform I hope to be on. Somebody need to help me out.
I wanted to see that. I wanted
Yeah,
to see that.
Mhm. Listen, so
You remember?
You want them to see this one? You can see it on either page.
I would like for you all to like, tag, share, like, tag, share. As you come in, I would like for you to take these off, Dr. Gibson. I'm looking like Sister Wiggins, and it ain't about Sister Wiggins today. It ain't about Wiggins today. But listen, I would like for you to like, share, tag this show. If you are interested in acting, if you are interested in being in a stage play, you don't have to act for CSC Entertainment. We're not the only thing smoking in Houston. We're not the only thing smoking in Texas. Inbox me and I'll send you Dr. Gilbert's. So share, like, tag. Please call in with your questions. This is your girl Kay Reed, my host April D. Where we bring you real talk, real issues, real lives that matter every day. Every day. We will go to a commercial break and we will share Barry in the past by our very own host, Tiffani R. Singz, international gospel recording artist. Tiffani R. Singz.
Woo! So what are you looking for the cast? What do you
I'm gonna bury the past. I'm gonna bury the past. This feeling inside of me. Oh no, it's not gonna bury the past. I'm gonna bury the past. This feeling inside of me. Oh no, it's not gonna last. I'm gonna bury the past. I'm gonna bury the past. This feeling inside of me. Oh no, it's not gonna last. Overweight, man, I didn't catch a break.
With the sugar coat, on the sugar coat, plug and tea right here on the bottom. Right here. All right, that page, just talking about the regular. Right.
Keep my head up, keep myself tough, and pay
Go to YouTube.
I've been awakened, I'm thinking, and nobody can stop me now. I'm gonna bury the time, I'm gonna bury the time. This feeling inside of me, oh no, it's not gonna last. I'm gonna bury the past, I'm gonna bury the time. This feeling inside of me, oh no, it's not gonna last. Down, haters try to make me clown. Want to make me know the sound. I wanted to be below ground. Blessing, erasing, you take over me. I was walking in defeat, facing trials and tumult. I was trying to be a soldier. The enemy had an edge on me. I was too blind and couldn't see. Don't let them fool ya. Just let God hold ya. No, I won't give up. I got the victory. The enemy, oh, in my head. Can you feel the you just don't have enough? Oh, just to see you from the summit to heaven, and you know my God is there. Just keep faith, keep your head in the race, because He is your
Come on. Yes.
Malcolm, can I plug these cookies? Because I'm about to eat them up. Ain't gonna be none left. Okay, let me tell you something.
gonna share them.
I know I'm not gonna
You
share
did
them.
one with me.
Well, listen again. This is your girl Catering, my girl April G. April G. from Honey.
She wants you. She wants you to cookies.
Don't everybody get them.
I see you holding both.
And
of them.
sing.
Oh. Who's singing?
I didn't say singing, I say and sing. Now see if you was an actress, you would have known what I was talking about. You see how they got quiet? Yeah.
I see how she was coming up, but she just got the cookies. I
You
thought
see
she was
how fast
coming
she
up
did
here
it?
to sing.
Well, this is actors night. This is actors night, and we're doing what actors do. We're acting. So we have Dee
And cut.
I don't know what's wrong with her.
I thought
But she did it. It might be them pin curls.
Now she want to be a director.
good girl.
She need to take me out this mold I'm in right now. I mean, and cut, bring me back up. Action. All right. So again, as I was saying, we got Dr. Jennifer. She know what to say. She know what to. I'm glad we got a director in here, a real director aside myself. So, I was like,
And I'm just like, come on
now she
back
done
in.
cut the- but anywho, we have Dr. Jennifer Gilbert, baby. I mean, Houston's finest playwright by way of Oklahoma, Oklahoma. So, Dr. Jennifer Gilbert, my question to you would be, well, before I ask the questions, introduce your cast.
Girl, this is the eighth of them. There's 24 of them.
24.
Yes, and we couldn't bring them all in here. So I have my
Hey, Dr. Gilbert. See, that almost made me sip on the wrong cup. That almost made me, hold on, let me sip.
Think you got something in the cup.
Me too. I do. You'll never know what's in this cup. Now listen, if you ain't sipping, you tripping. If you ain't sipping, you tripping. Now, Dr. Gilbert, 20.
Yes.
20. Dr. Gilbert, that must be a very large budget.
It is.
Baby, that's how big is Broken Man, Better Woman.
But tell me the man said God provides.
Yes, she
Don't
does.
stop.
Don't worry about my coins.
No, wait.
That's right.
It ain't time for my kitchen to start showing. She just threw shots at me talking about don't worry about her coins. Now listen, introduce this beautiful young lady with this make lipstick on with them fingers that can pick up an eyeliner.
This is not only is she Mother Too Young of the Gospel Golden Girls.
Mother Too Young.
She is also the amazing assistant director.
All
Miss
right.
Lily B. Come on, everybody, give me some. Next to her,
Come on,
we
Vanna.
have.
Come on, Vanna Black.
This is the only time I'm gonna let you
Vanna
throw
Black,
up your sign. Go ahead.
Can I go down?
Go ahead.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
all right, gonna make.
This is Mr. Vashawn Owens, aka Adam.
Well, I need to know why must I feel like that. What is that? Nothing but the dog and me. Why the dog have to chase the cat? Why can't the cat chase the dog? Why can't the cat chase the dog?
Because it doesn't go like this.
Well, how it going?
Because it's nothing but the dog and the.
Hey,
Can we all say who?
Yes.
No, I say can we?
I said meow.
All right, you better purr, girl. You better purr.
Oh,
You
man.
And
better.
over here at the far end, everybody knows Miss Marion. That's
Go
the
on
last
and
name.
matter. Go on and get
That's
that
the
last
last
matter. Twerk.
All right. That's Marion, also known as Miss Mimi the Great.
Miss Mimi the Great.
And
Miss
she
Mimi.
is the amazing stage director.
All right, stage director. Look, that means she's the stage manager.
Yes. She manages my mouth.
Why your nose?
My mouth.
You know you have this phenomenal actress.
Oh, she's an understudy as
Wait.
well.
Oh, I just knew she had to be doing something because see, when she's with CSC Entertainment, she's on the stage. You know what I'm saying? So we need to take care of her a
I'm
little
trying to
bit.
figure out how can I get in and be an understudy or something.
Girl, give me a call, girl.
Give her a call. She always got room in the end. I mean, they didn't have room. They didn't have room for Mary and Joseph.
How you know that?
I might get in on the end.
That's what I'm talking about.
But
No, I'm talking about there's room on the
I'm
end.
gonna be on the front end.
Now, wait. Now, wait.
Fix it.
I'm about to fix it.
Okay.
See, room on the end. The room on the end is when you're going to stand up there and say, and now playing. No, I'm just playing. Nah, she may have some extras. This is not my production company, but you know, I would give you a chance. So she give chances. Dr. Gilbert give chances. Let me tell you, she gave me a chance, baby. I was so busy with the stroll, she kicked me out.
With the who? She said scroll.
She was on the stroll.
And I was like, stroll no more. I'm
Oh,
saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. I don't no more. And I don't put poles in there. I don't put poles in the hole no more.
Oh.
But not all them anyway. But I'm just saying I got one. God bless me.
Hole in the pole.
I say God bless.
God bless.
All right.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
But anywho, she will give you an opportunity. She will give you an opportunity. We will give you an opportunity as well. But it's not about CSC Entertainment today. It is about Dr. Jennifer Gilbert's production company. So if you would like to be a part of that production company, I'm pretty sure April D, she has room.
She's gonna say it again.
I didn't say it. Room in the end.
Room on
Like,
the end.
like for Mary and Joseph. But nevertheless, my first question to you would be, how do you balance all that you do? Pretty much writing, singing, plays, acting, modeling, plus size model she is, comedy, and entrepreneurship.
Only by the grace of God, to be honest. And an amazing team. I would be remiss to say that I do it all by myself. For every division of my empire, God has given me an amazing team that takes care of things. I'm not a micromanager. I don't have to be at everything all the time. I go where I can, when I want to, if I want to.
See, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to learn that when I delegate positions, that I don't step on anyone's toes. Because to be quite honest with you, Slappy Payne, I know you're watching. I had that bad for I had it because I wrote the show. I know exactly how I wanted my and Mimi is, even though you have Mimi, Mimi is CSC, and Mimi will tell you how I literally am and how I literally was. Mimi don't know the new KP, but she knows the old KP. You see what I'm saying? And God even gave me a new name. But listen. And I've moved from my old man. Oh, that ain't how them lyrics go, huh?
No.
Let me take a sip.
Friends, Google.
Friends. But thank God I moved on.
Shots is fire.
Fire, girl. That's bullshit. Mimi will tell you how I used to be, but you're nothing like how that's right, you were a part of my. And she, just like I didn't stay with her, boom. Just like I didn't stay with her, she didn't stay with me. She did not stay with me. And now I'm guessing that's because we are like almost one in the same. We share the same stories. We went through a lot of the same things. And when you have two big playwrights, two big heads that collide, but at the same time, you have to know how to balance yourself. Even though we were unable to work together as playwrights, and even though we were not able to work together on each other's productions, you're still working with me. I mean, you are helping me publish my first autobiography. So we still work together. It's just some things that people cannot work with one another with.
Right.
But I would never get to the point, and I've explained that to where I wouldn't say, well, let me hold up the curtain for you. Let me do the end of your show for you. Let me come out and let me try to call Sister Wiggins and see if Sister Wiggins can. I don't want to be that person, because when God continues to enlarge my territory, He don't bless you to bless yourself. He blessed you to bless somebody else. And Dr. Gilbert is a blesser. She is a blesser. So again, like I say, she's not only a phenomenal actor, she's a phenomenal writer, she's a phenomenal singer. She writes the most fabulous plays that will make your wig shift. Normally my wigs only shift on songs. Never have my wig ever shifted at a stage play before, but it makes you shift. My next question to you would be is that how did you transition in your different areas of writing? And what came first?
Well, I started just writing like poetry and my thoughts and like journals and stuff like that. And then those transited into songs. And then from there, it transited into books and papers and stuff like that. And then now we're into the stage play arena. But all of them still stem, all of it, of course, has a piece of me in it. So that's kind of where it came.
So basically, like my motto is I live what I write, and I write what I live. Mm-hmm. It's the same for you. Mm-hmm. It's just not your motto.
Right.
And God dog it, don't you?
I'm going to say that. I write what I want to write, live, and do.
She can't even get it together, so I know I don't have to worry about us stealing it.
Something like that.
You have to understand, some of these playwrights like to take your stuff.
Oh,
Some of these playwrights like to take your stuff and they like to take ownership of it. But you have to write what God give you. You don't write what God gave somebody else, steal it, and try to put a seal on it like it's yours. Right. Have you had that struggle before in the business?
Absolutely. Yeah. But you know what? I had to come to a resolve very recently that what God has for me is for me.
Yes.
And even if you take the exact same play and you try to produce it and you try to publish it, it lacks my anointing that God gave me for that project.
Yeah, because they say the anointing
destroys
what?
Right. It destroys yokes. And not only that, but it says your gift makes room for you. So if you try to take my gift to make room for you, guess what? You're going to walk right on into that door and it's not going to go anywhere. Nowhere. Now, with that being said, you also have to speak to your humanity and say it hurts. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it's friends and things of that nature, or people that you've been trusted or mentored and stuff like that. But it is what it is.
Now, you are an educator.
I am.
Now, since you're an educator, you don't mind me passing this to Mimi. And then Mimi pass it to this cute dog. And cute dog pass it to the olive picker. Olive picker, you pass it to Dr. Jennifer Gilbert. And then April D, you can carry on from there.
I'm just,
baby, this is actress and comedian night. This is actress and comedian night. This is what we do. But you help people develop books. You help people not only write their books, but you help them develop writing. What led you to doing that?
Well, a lot of people, I personally believe every person has a book inside of them. Whether it be 1, 30, 50, 99. I believe everybody has a story to tell.
Now, wait a minute. I know everybody has some. No, but never really realized that everybody had a book.
Yeah. And the interesting thing is that when you mentor people that want to write books, everybody thinks, oh, I'm going to write a book about my life. It's going to be a bestseller, right? Well, that's your truth because that's your life and that's your story. So you have to, can't nobody tell it like you tell it. We don't even have testimony service in the church no more, because the Bible says that we were overcame by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. Well, if we don't have testimony service, then how will anybody here be freed nor delivered?
Exactly, and that's why I say sometimes you cannot get it from a sermon.
Right.
You can't get it from a church service because they don't have testifying service anymore. They don't have lay service anymore. They don't have what, BYU, BTU. Oh, I thought that was pretty young thing. I'm sorry. They don't have anymore. I mean, where I'm from in New Orleans, you from the West Bank, where I'm from the West Bank, you know that you and you Kojic, right? You're Kojic? She's Kojic. Now, especially in the Kojic world, you had to go to, what are all those services y'all had? Y'all had about 29 and a half.
We had the YPWW.
Come on.
Now, wait, go back to the YPWW. I thought you were saying WWF and WWE. I thought that was something. I mean, come on now, because you know they are.
Give me them cups right here.
The cup and the cookies. Please take the cup and the
Right, but seriously, the ministries that the Kojic have, the Kojic is different than Apostolic. Apostolic is different from United Methodist. United Methodist is different from Baptist. But the meat of it all, Sunday school. If churches get back into Sunday school, right, that's where you get your lesson from, Sunday school. And most of these churches don't have Sunday school. Most of these churches don't even have Bible study.
Absolutely.
I mean, the Bible says itself, study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman need not to be ashamed, rightly divided in the word of the truth. So if we're not studying, if we're not under a fivefold ministry who are teaching these things, then we're just going to church for a fashion show. Let's be real about it, because we don't sugarcoat about it. You're either going to church for a fashion show, you're going to church looking for a babysitter, or 3. You're going to church to get a man,
Get the preacher.
all of the who?
To get the preacher.
No.
Did they have E on the Scantron? Was E an option? Because you give us some options here. Yes, to get the preacher. Let's talk about get the preacher, because you a preacher. What about those that come to church with your mini skirts on? You couldn't dare do that in court. You had to be down to the floor. You had to be down to the floor. But as I was saying, writing, to be a writer, and if they wanted to tap in to have you work with them on their book, because you help develop writers, you help develop authors, you help develop playwrights, you help develop songwriters. How would the people that's viewing get in contact with you?
You can go to jgilbertministries.com. JGM Educational Consultants is the tab, and it has a contact me there. And myself or one of my team members will get back to them.
Now, Dr. Gilbert, Q-Dog here.
Yes.
Let's talk about your character.
Oh, my.
Well, my character, his name is Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Adam is a strange guy. He's a purity guy. He love his girl, but his woman beats him down. But Adam, he can only take so much before he goes outside of his relationship, which he has done and enjoyed it for a while until he got caught.
So you got caught.
My. All of these people.
And when you get caught, you gotta come to Jesus moment.
You got to shut it down.
Yeah.
But can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Yes. I just feel the spirit of mess falling upon my face. I feel it. Don't you feel it, Malcolm?
Yeah,
Your glasses
show
is
that
about to
we
fall
are
up.
promoting tonight is
Messed them.
the gospel golden.
Messed them.
Now, the purpose of this show and this interview is so that the viewers can purchase a ticket. Now, why are you telling them what's going to happen with Apple?
Oh, he didn't tell me.
Oh, I didn't tell it.
Oh, no.
I caught
It's just a little bit.
That
I
was
didn't
just
tell it. This is just to entice them to go by to see us.
Now, speaking of entice,
Oh.
we got the beautiful Miss Mimi, who's very enticing. But I mean, look at her. Just beautiful. To say that she's the stage director, she's the understudy. What role are you understudying?
All of them.
All of them.
Shondo!
Oh, blackout. Do that again, because that wasn't no way. Wait.
All of them.
Oh, man.
That was a blackout moment.
Yes.
All of them.
All of them.
All right, and she's the right person to do it. She's the right person to do it. Everybody, I do believe that you have a few questions for Dr. Jennifer.
Yes, I do.
everything. You know she messy. All messy.
I just want you to tell the viewers and myself why is domestic violence such a passion for you?
Domestic violence is such a passion for me because it's one of the greatest sins that's the least talked about.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to men.
Yeah.
So many times you can go to any random play, any random movie, you always see where the woman is getting beat up, and you know the man is always doing it. The woman is always the victim, and she's trying to find a life for her and her children. But when God gave me this, it was to put a twist on it, to talk about those things that a lot of people don't talk about, and that is the domestic violence against men. I have an organization called DDB 365, which is Demolishing Domestic Violence 365 days a year. And we have a full rehabilitation program, not only for women, but also for men. Because one of the saddest things is that there are no resources for men. And there are a lot of, you know, if you as a woman go and, you know, you say, hey, I'm being abused or whatever, they give you license, they give you cars, they give you houses, they give you that. But if a man goes, the first thing they want to do is put you in jail. They think you're lying or, you know, or whatever like that. So that's what made me want to go in and tell it from a male's point of view. And naturally, I'm not a male. So what I did is,
Wait a minute.
not even medically, I just,
I was about to say, what about artificially?
no, I'm not that either.
Baby, I went into a hard sweat. This wig really took a
I really do love myself though. But anyways,
let me swallow.
no, but what I did is I put out a solicitation to men from all over the world, and I wanted to interview them, so that I could get a firsthand account of what they went through. Because what I don't want to do is be the ordinary playwright that just makes up something that I slept on. You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is not only do they feel validated, they feel heard. Now they can actually come, and there are men coming from all over the world to see their story being played out on stage.
That's very interesting.
Yes, sir.
I have a question.
Sure.
Since we're on the subject of domestic violence, this question goes to the whole panel. Did everybody see the Spirit Airlines attendant fighting with the woman?
Yes, I seen that. I saw that.
Y'all didn't see it.
No, wait a minute. But what I do see,
She didn't have
what I do see is when I said that you had some tea, you didn't spill it.
I didn't spill it.
You did not spill the tea. Boy, God, and tell me what happened on Spirit Airlines.
I don't spill no tea.
What you just did? What happened on Spirit Airlines?
I'll try to steal the video and air it right here in just a second.
Mm-hmm.
But Spirit Airlines apparently subcontracted some company to book in flights. I don't know the whole story. I know half the story. When everything was said and done, they had a backstory that said the guy that Spirit Airlines contracted out was the guy that was fighting with a woman. Anyway, the video shows a man, a black man, arguing nose to nose what looks to be with what looks to be a light-skinned black woman. That's what it looks like. She might be white. I couldn't tell. That's how light-skinned she was.
White folks don't fly Spirit.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I'd have been on there with them. But anyway, they
I know.
nose,
I really knew that, but I was just trying to make it.
they nose to nose for most of the video. Arguing. Black guy backs up. Somebody in the airport gets between them and say, "Hey, y'all need to chill." Anyway, he's an employee. She's getting on one of the flights. Can't understand what they're arguing about. Long story short, when they break them up, when they split them apart, the woman reaches around the guy that's blocking them and slaps the guy. My question is, you haven't seen it. I'll try to steal the video here in a minute. My question to the panel is, number one, what should that man have done? I'll show you his reaction. His reaction, he bum rushed her and knocked her to the floor and then slapped her back. My question is, since we're on the question of domestic violence and your organization stands for men that are domestically abused. Now, this woman clearly slapped him. Was he supposed to slap him back? A man that's being abused, is he supposed to slap him back like he did? I'll try to get it in a minute. That's my question to the panel.
What you looking at me for?
I said, you gonna take that first?
We ready.
You
No,
gonna take
no,
that
no. Let's start from the illustrious.
Yeah.
Mimi. Mimi, what would you have? Do you think that was right?
Well, being honest, in those situations, you can never tell what you're going to do. The part of the video that I saw, it was already heated. So it had already escalated to a point where both of them were seen black or seen red. So nobody was in their right mind, because when you see, if you do get it up, when you see when the guy steps in between them, the gentleman was at that point of, oh no, she started it first. How come y'all ain't saying nothing to her? It was all like she said, it was all, oh, we're trying to protect her. Well, why not protect him? And I'm pretty sure that probably inflated the issue, because it's always the same. And then, like brother said, you can't tell if she's white or if she's black. So in, looking at it, it looks like, oh, here we go again, a black man assaulting a white woman, right, when in all actuality, it could have been she started it. So and when you escalate, probably. Well, and then you have that to consider. You really can't say what should or shouldn't be done in that moment, because sometimes you in that moment and somebody reach around and slap you. If you're not thinking straight, you're gonna get caught.
Reflex.
It's a reflex. It's a fight or flight.
It's a reflex. Well, this is your girl K Reed with the Unsugacoated Plug and Tea Talk Show, where we bring you real talk, real people, real issues that matter every day, and certainly this is a real issue. So callers, please call in with questions and comments to 713-777-95. You left non-display 9595. If you would like to chime in on this subject, please feel free to call in to 713-777-9595.
And I think with any situation like this, it's important to get to the root of the situation before, deciding, oh, they should have done this, or they should get to the root of what actually happened and go from there. And then also realize, these cotton candy people already think they can just do anything.
Well, that's media. Media is going to take it and run with it, and they're going to fix it up how they want to fix it up. So we really have to get to the root, like Mimi says, before we can actually really expound on the situation in depth. However, we do have a cute dog in the building. How would you have reacted if a woman slapped you on the spirit animal?
So first of all, I did see the video. Like Malcolm said, that the guy was trying to break them up. That was probably the time to do it. She was just backed off. But the lady, she was continually to come towards him, in a violent way. But she did, she reached over and slapped her. Now, I don't believe in hitting women, but my mom told me to defend myself at all times.
Right.
Don't let anybody hurt you. So, in the heat of the moment, I don't know, my reflexes probably would have reached out and touched her. But
come on, Diana.
But in the moment that if they was breaking me up, that probably would have cooled me down to get back to cool myself down, get back not hit her. But like I say, if you hit somebody, be prepared to get hit. That's all it boils down to.
Yeah. Madam Assistant Director.
Yeah, so I'm answering as too young, just to let y'all know. So
come on, Gretna.
Being like,
come on, Gretna, bring that accent up.
Talking earlier.
Come on, Gretna.
But okay, so like I was like, I only saw a piece of the video. I didn't see where any altercation, physical altercation took place.
Wait.
So, see, that's why I said I'm answering as too young, because I knew you.
Now we do have actors in here today, and this is stage play night, right?
Right. Yes.
Yes. And scene. Blackout. And
oh man.
Action. Now listen, the reason why I did the and scene in the blackout Because this young lady came in here and she was talking to
I said I'm answering.
but
in
baby,
character.
oh, she answered in
I said
character.
I'm answering in
Woo,
character.
because you know when something happens like that in New Orleans, baby, the New Orleans, the West Bank, the West Bank that came out of her.
I just said because Riri is on the outside.
Uh-huh.
This is too young.
Too
right
young.
here.
Come on, too young.
Too young. Yeah. So like I was saying, I didn't see them get physical. All I saw was the argument. So I was, that was new to me when he said that part. But yeah, I would say to go ahead and attack her, that was a little much. But, like everybody's saying, that was probably just a reflex. But what she did was assault. So he could have pressed charges, but the way it go when your skin is as dark as ours, it could have flipped on them, or, it just be a court case that just sit in the back, we in a dusty cabin. But still, assault on assault, it's not right, but that was his reaction. That was his reflex. That's what happened.
And that's your story, and you're sticking to it.
I mean, I'm just saying he shouldn't have done it, but it was a reaction. It was a reflex.
It was
It
entertaining.
was a reflex.
Well,
Yeah,
let's hear
entertaining.
from Dr. Jennifer Gilbert.
I really want to plead the fifth because I believe, I don't believe in domestic violence. I will preface my statement with that. However, I feel like if you put yourself in a situation, then you need to be able to see it fully through. Now, did he have to fully on? I haven't seen the video. If he just full on attacked her, then that would be different, right? But if you slap me, as much as I love God, I only got one.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Insane.
Now that's what you call a stage malfunction, because she done turned the lights out and things like that. Now wait a minute.
You still on?
But they can't see us.
You still can.
They can.
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm understanding. Oh my
You
God.
still live. I'm trying to search down the video.
Yeah.
All right, carry on, Dr. Gilbert.
Yeah, I just
Because she's
that's
saying
the way
me
that I feel.
and you can't do stuff like that.
Oh, you can't do something.
Not when we write about stuff like that. All right, now go ahead, Dr. Gilbert.
That's the way I feel. I watched one thing that changed my perspective about male domestic violence was when I was doing my research, and I watched this movie. It's called Men Don't Tell, and it's about this guy whom his wife was constantly abusing him, and it had gotten so bad that she started abusing the children, and that's when he took a stand. When he took a stand just to try to get her off of the kids. Now, these were all cotton candy people. But when he took a stand and just tried to separate her, she flew out of the window. He didn't do anything to her. That was just, that's what happened.
Right.
And when they came, the first thing they did, they didn't ask any questions. They arrested him. And so they had put him in jail. He was going through the whole due process thing. And it wasn't until his little girl said, "I'm sorry that daddy was being bad. He was just trying to protect us." And this is after he had talked to all of these people, the DA and all that, to tell them what was going on. And then, that's when they released him from jail. So that kind of changed my perspective, because you have to be able to handle your own.
Well, let's go to some people that's tuning into the Unsugacoated Plug and Tea weekly. This might be some of y'all folk. Kevin Green. Is Kevin Green supporting anyone in here? Kevin Green.
I know, but I'm going to.
Sorry, it's the wrong one. Sorry, but go ahead, Corn.
We will not have you. I know you're trying to audition for the role of sound man. I know not for CSC Entertainment. And Dr. Gilbert is not going to have that on her set. Because if you mess up her shows like that, mid-show, she going to get up there and she going to start doing the sound herself. She's very qualified to do this. I'm just playing with you, Malcolm. It is actors' night.
Okay.
Now listen, Kevin Green said, already 337 in the house. Where's 337?
on his comment.
Abbeville.
That's Appaloosas?
Somewhere down there.
Appaloosas, baby. Is that your people or you Shreveport? You Shreveport. Thank you for tuning in to the Unsugacoated Plug and Tea. But we bring you real talk, real people, real issues, real lives that matter every day. Clarissa says, OMG, her nails are so long. She got those Cardi B nails on. LOL.
No. These are Riri nails. Cardi,
there she go.
nothing.
All right, Riri.
West Bank.
Riri, how much did West Bank best bank? Let we add, we the best bank.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, you can. You can. I mean, you still consider the East Bank. But anywho, how much was them nails, B?
Oh, she doing herself.
Amen.
Clarissa, if you're here in Houston and if you would like that Cardi B look, Madam Riri, Madam Assistant Director does nails. That's another plug. This is the Unsugacoated Plug and Tea, right? Ladies, if you're looking for a nail artist, give them your information.
It's me, Riri Bridges on Facebook. Instagram is Riri_Elma's Crown.
Now we're gonna get back to the Spirit Airline situation. But for a set like that, what that run?
Ooh, if it was done in a salon?
If it was done in a salon.
Salon, this 300 easy. This without the bling.
300 easy without the bling.
All of the things. Yeah.
Well, how much you charge for something like that? If
I'm
you don't mind
really
me
too
asking?
busy.
You too
I'm
busy to do
really
it?
too busy.
You see,
Didn't we tell you we built an empire?
baby, I knew this sister wasn't really from the West Bank. Well, you know, we the best bank anyway. So them West Bank people, they do give you the, we really too busy.
Baby, let me tell you.
Oh, there you go. That's what I wanted to hear that New Orleans
I
come
am in
back
the
out. Huh?
process of building a whole studio in New Mexico. I don't have time to sit down and play with nobody's fingers.
What you got time to play with in New Mexico?
I'm building a studio.
What kind of studio?
A movie and sound studio.
Now you know that Dr. Gilbert is coming your way.
Oh, she
I'm already on the team.
She is.
We're partners. No, wait, Dr. Gilbert, I'm gonna need
EDH Sniper Studio.
Say it, girl.
EDH Sniper Studio.
But you're gonna have to roll us in there. You're gonna have to slide us on in. You're gonna have to slide us in New Mexico. But anywho, Dr. Gilbert, back to the Spirit Airline. Is there any more light you can share on that?
Here's the video if you need some more
Okay, go ahead.
Let the people see the video.
insight on the
Because most
situation.
people probably didn't see it.
To those of you who are tuned in on our live feeds, I'm so sorry. I tried to share it to the live feeds, but the computer is not cooperating. If you go to our Facebook page at Unsugacoated Plug and Tea or Real Talk 100 Radio, you will see the video. No, you won't. No, you won't. I'm sorry. Video is only for the studio. This is what happened. Okay, she's yellow.
That's a yellow bone.
I see now. I couldn't see on the phone. I can see now. He's a contractor employee. Is what Spirit said.
She trusted me.
Oh, she became
You guess the time?
Show what that was. Wow.
Now somebody comes out of the crowd and tries to fight him,
I didn't see that.
but he didn't want to fight. I mean, they did get nose to nose. This dude right here is about to get his fight.
Relax.
He took it to the car.
Put your hands on me. Put your hands on
He probably didn't see it.
You saw what she did. You were personal. You don't have to touch her. Call security.
But he's so red. for her to reach around like that, he wasn't even thinking.
Let's breathe. It's okay.
Well, let me give my opinion.
Oh, wait. Before you give your opinion, you was a part of Broken Man Battle 1. And you remember Jonathan said, "Don't you ever touch me. I'll keep." I thought he stole my script. We was just talking about people stealing script. He literally, that was the words that came from Broken Man Battle 1.
I do want
But
to.
seriously,
I want to say this as a legal advocate for domestic violence. He did everything that he was supposed to do. He warned her. He said, "You're in my personal space. Back away. You're in my personal space." He said that 3 times. So once he said that, and then she attacked him, he has every right then to defend himself in the court of law.
right.
So I think that's why
That was self-defense.
yeah.
That was
exactly.
self-defense.
Around
And then he went in pit bull mode, and he saw Rich. Like Mimi said, he saw Rich. He went ham.
And then there's always that one that want to play Superman or Superwoman and try to come save the day,
Carlton.
and he
You
don't
didn't
even
get
know
him?
what's he in trouble.
He should have stepped in and stopped it before.
I mean, come on now. And like he said, did you see what happened? At what point did he see what happened? Because this man literally said it 3 times.
Well, it may
He
not
said
have been that he didn't see. It could have been they didn't realize it was going to get to that point. 1, 2, it could have been nobody else was doing anything, and the brother that actually stepped in was like, "Hey, I can't let one of my brothers go down," because we already discussed how it could quite possibly.
But
be.
my thing
I'm
is
surprised that they said that they actually found the woman the aggressor. I'm surprised because normally it's not that case.
But she was the aggressor. Clearly, we saw that she was the aggressor. She was the aggressor, and now this is unsugar-coated plug and tea. It was said that I was abusive, but I wasn't.
It was said that what?
I was abusive towards my
Okay.
ex or whatever. I wasn't. You know, there is. Don't look at me like that, April. You taught me how to fight. So, listen, that ain't the real reason. You know, genetically, I have triggers. And let's talk about women that have triggers. I'm not going to say what it is genetically, but genetically, I have triggers. And if I tell you to stop, and you know you're triggering me, what do you say about that? What's your take on that when you tell that person to stop, and he just nab at you to the point to where you go off on him, and you just go off, but you're not going off on him because you're abusive. You're going off on him because something genetically that sent you off. What's your take on that?
Sorry.
Because I'm a lover, baby.
Every woman has a fighter inside. Every woman.
I know. Thank you for saving me because April taught me everything I know.
It's instinct. But I want to say this one thing to preface what you said. Domestic violence is not just physical. It's verbal, it's financial, it's emotional, it's sexual. There's so many different types of domestic violence, which is a lot of what we want to uncover in the play, right? But now with that being said, if you are, I would just say for myself, and even for some of members of the cast, when I was casting the play, some of my qualifying questions were, are you a domestic abuse survivor? Mm-hmm. And the reason why is because there are physical scenes in the play. And I don't want to be guilty of triggering someone in the name of art and calling it ministry. Right? So when we had the auditions, that was some of my questions. Now, the interesting thing was when one of the lead male characters, after he had entered the play and had read the script, he messaged me and he said, Jennifer, I didn't realize that I am a domestic abuse survivor. Right? So my take with him didn't change. He didn't lose the part, but we're very careful, even in rehearsals, because we have domestic abuse survivors in the room. We're very careful on how we handle things. We always say this is a safe place. If you feeling triggered, if you feeling some type of way, you put that Baptist finger up and walk away. And that's what they do. What we cannot be guilty of, even for myself, if I know something triggers me, I have the power to allow that thing to trigger me to respond, or allow that thing to trigger me to walk away.
Now you said put that Baptist finger up and walk away, but what about those who are not Baptists, never step foot in the Baptist church and don't know what the
you
Baptist
can put the middle
finger
finger
is?
up and walk away. I don't care. Just get out the room so you can be okay.
Right. Or put up one of those nails and walk away. Or put up one of them nails and walk away. Any further questions for Lady Doctor, Right Reverend, Bishop, Apostle,
The devil.
I do.
Jennifer.
Come on, Malcolm.
I do.
Wait a minute, you what?
Along the same.
Wait, Malcolm. We both PK kids here.
Yes.
And you said I do.
Yes.
Listen, this man just said I do.
Oh, Lord.
No, I'm just playing. He said I do to Dr. Gilbert. I'm just playing.
Oh, man.
If you are in a relationship, this is to the doctor, anybody else can answer too. You're in a relationship. And I'm asking this question because the word trigger was brought up. You're in a relationship and you know what triggers your mate. And you push and you push and you push, and your mate, man or woman, says, stop. Please stop. Stop. Please stop. And they don't, because they know you're about to trigger. You're about to go off. Is that a form of abuse?
Absolutely. That's what they call emotional abuse.
And that's
Oh
what I
my
was
God,
gonna
wait a
say,
minute.
because let me tell you something. He know for a man, he knew that I'm speaking on the spirit incident.
Oh, okay.
Okay, he know it. Okay, I'm gonna use me. If me and you right here, and I know myself, I'm not gonna. First of all, I'm not gonna let you get this close to me, because I know my trigger. If you're this close to me, the argument is over with.
Mhm.
By him being a man, he should. What she said, he said, "You're in my personal space, but you're still here." She said, "You're in my personal space, but both of them still here." Nobody took the initiative to walk away. Him being a man, he should have walked away, because he was on her like he was doing a man. So you already over the aggressive mode. Both of them were. He should have walked away, because a woman, we're gonna talk. We're gonna keep going on and keep going on, but knowing we can't whoop no man.
Now wait a minute, April D. Wait
Amen.
a minute.
No,
Wait
amen.
a minute. You
Right.
know you can't whoop a man, but we will stand there like we can whoop a man. Now, I never said it.
I got my mind on
I hate
Jennifer.
it, but I'm just saying.
But I know April D could stand toe to toe with a man.
So,
me.
So
Oh,
anyway, I'm saying
Sure,
that
nothing.
he should have just whatever. Because you already know that if you put your big old hands on this woman, she's gonna fall. Period. She was wrong for putting her hands on that man, but by them doing this right here, that was a no-no. Both of them was in each other's personal space. And he kept pushing up on her. You feel what I'm saying? She's pushing up on him. So who was giving? No one was giving. Already gone to the max. She was wrong when she rushed around and slapped him. Okay?
But not taking
You
up for the man.
still-
Not taking up for the man.
No
Not
one
taking up for the
walked
man.
away. That's what
I'm
I'm
not
saying. That's
taking
a
up for
trigger
the
for
man
me.
because I was
This
just
is
with
a
a man.
trigger for me,
Listen,
and this is a trigger for me.
listen.
I know my triggers. I'm not going to get up on you, because if I get up on you, I'm going to hit you. We're not going to do this right here. You know what I'm saying? But a man, a male, I'm talking about a man. He should have been like, woman, go sit down somewhere. He did.
Before in the captions that was on the screen, it states that she became aggressive after he told her stay where to go to stand in line, and she
Right.
became aggressive. That's how they ended up at that point. So
Right.
he wasn't initially in her face.
Right.
She came
She
to
came.
him.
Right. So as a man, and I
And
was
he was
going to
still
say,
trying to tell
not
her
helping
stand
up
down.
not helping up for him, but seeming that his inner hood came out of him at that point, because it's a man. I mean, he's a big stocky man.
But
his
I
hood,
still, he wasn't, if you was that mad, that man who came in his face, he would have got with him then, because you're not going to, let me tell you something.
No.
If he was that mad, and you went and slapped that lady, then you got another man coming rushing up at you, talking about what you what doing then?
That
would
the other man that put his hands on.
Right. And that would be displaced aggression.
Right.
Because I'm pissed with you.
I'm
I
mad
don't
at
got nothing to do
her.
with you.
I'm not
And
mad
then he
at
knew
her.
how to approach him too. He initially approached him, the guy was like, hey, and so that's why the man who walked up to him put his hands behind his back. And if you watch his facial expression, the angry man, he started to diffuse. Even though he was still arguing, he started to diffuse. And you saw him kind of try to, he started to, okay, and then all the other stuff happened. And
I'm just me personally. Let me tell you something. If you didn't get your tail up in the midst of me before this escalated, don't get up now. Because now, me and you finna go in a whole blend, and that's on Jesus Christ.
Well,
because you ain't had no business jumping up in my face, and that's just what it is. You ain't had no business jumping up in something when you should have stopped it before. So don't come running up in my face right now.
April, and wait a minute,
I'd have been mad at him.
Malcolm.
No, seriously, I'd have been mad at him. You don't want to de-escalate it. Don't come trying to de-escalate that now. It's all over with.
New Orleans, and growing up in the missionary Baptist church, we serve it's communion time. Now it's unsugar-coated plug and tea, but we got these sugar chocolate chip cookies. This here conversation is getting macadamia what?
Like chocolate.
I'm just saying. Oh, this cute dog fun day. Would you like a cookie? Yeah. Yeah. So
she and I gonna have a long conversation when we get to this part.
I mean, this is unsugar-coated plug and tea. Would you like some?
Malcolm, like, how y'all gonna keep skipping me?
And then we got for your refreshment purposes. Cause see, this is getting deep tonight.
Just like vocational Bible class.
VBS.
I tell you what though, but I mean, I have to learn how to be humble. Yeah, okay. So as me getting older, because I had a brother. I have a brother, and me and my brother are not gonna be here without punches being thrown. This is personal space, and you get too close, in it's just over with. You feel what I'm saying? That's why it's not good to get into no one's personal space. And as we get older, that's when you have to learn to walk a way, no matter how deep it gets. You know what I'm saying? No matter how you was raised, you have to know how and when to walk a way. Right. A man and a masculine man, this lady can't whoop you. Let her keep talking to do with that. Matter of fact, if you in a position where you can send her butt to jail, why did you call the security and let her come get her? Because she's being belligerent. She's all out of character. She's all out of order. You're out of order. It's time for you to do something. That's what he should have done. Let somebody else deal with her. So now it's just like he didn't put himself in a place where he could possibly lose his job. You know what I'm saying? Because of what happened. Because not only you got to look at the fact that when she slapped him, he grabbed her. She tumbled to the ground. You grabbed her again. When you got up, then you went over there and slapped her. That's going to be the point. That's going to be the deal breaker for his employee. They're going to still tell him when you got up, you have a chance to walk away. Now, me been in the court system, Miss Strickland, did you or did you not put your hands on that lady? I pushed that lady. I ain't punched that lady. Did you or did you not put your hands on that lady?
Unwarranted touch.
Did you or did you not? So whether you hit her or pushed her, it's still the same charge.
And
he's going to get fired for that action that he did.
He may get fired, but she going to jail.
And
both of them. Yes, it's consequences both ways.
Right.
And she's wrong.
And they're going to say, just like it's a stupid law, but just like if somebody hit me or even shoot me and take off running and I shoot him in the back as he's running away, they're going to prosecute me. It's the same thing with fight. She hit him and ran away. She was no longer a threat, and he ran after her and hit her. They gonna get it.
But that played with his manhood, so I think that's why he ran after her.
That's how it is.
You understand what I'm saying? But in saying that, we gonna pass these pin curls. We gonna pass these pin curls like we used to do.
Slap somebody, that's a blatant disrespect.
It's pin
that
curls,
goes
right?
beyond anything. Some people rather be punched than slapped. You know what I'm saying? Because slapping is this baby like spitting in somebody's face.
Right.
That's just total disrespect.
All
Right.
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 We
So,
have
That's the ultimate.
We have a caller.
Yeah.
we have a caller.
we have a caller.
Caller, who do we have?
Caller, what's your name?
Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with tonight?
My name is Willie Johnson, man. How you doing?
All right. How are you?
All right, with it.
You doing all right, Doc?
What did you want to talk about tonight, sir?
Well, about the guy at the airport with the lady that had the fight.
Yes, sir.
Now, that was the incident not long ago between the airport worker, I mean, not airport worker, but like a stadium worker, and I guess that's, you know, football game, which is in, one of the stadiums up north. So, the man, we trained to meet the lady. She was not from the outlet. So, when it came down to it, he was trying to, hey, man, chillax. But everybody trying to play foul on him, but he was really, 6'3", 250 plus pounds, and maybe like 100 something pounds, 5'3". So he twisted and gave back. And that's what he did. Now, when a guy at the airport the other day, man, that was kind of over the top a little bit. You know, he got a swim move around somebody and talk about and get a spinning dive and all this. He got up, tried to run, he did it. He could still get, man, you know about to get it, man. He called somebody about this. Call law enforcement somebody, because she was tripping, man. You know what I mean? So that's what I think about that airport thing. Now, that was kind of over the top, the way he was acting. You know, he could be really like, man, go on, man. And let me get somebody to handle it. Right
So you don't hold the woman at blame for anything. Accountable.
We don't know what happened. All we saw was when that family came up, when that scene started, we don't know what happened. He kept saying, hey, man, go on about the business. Don't do this, don't do that. She always say something about this, that, no. But we don't know how that stuff even started. All we know is we said, oh, leave me alone, get back. Now let's go. You know, so, yeah, she did swing at him. But then like she turned off on him, hit him out in the jaw, out the eyes and all that. She swung, yeah. A lot of people think everything. You didn't he ran swinging, that would take out. I'm gonna knock out. In this case, man, she swung, she couldn't get attacked. Make out.
Now, what a name like Willie.
Flying in the airport, cameras in people's hands. They saw that.
With a name like Willie. Willie, what would you have done if that would have been you?
Man, I was calling the folks, let me get this chick, man. She evil. And I got it on camera. Straight up the phone. What handle it? Now you gotta deal with it. You gotta deal with all that. You gotta deal with all that unlawful things that you did to me.
Insane.
Ain't got time to be fighting and wrestling, doing things, you being Russians or not. I ain't got time for all this. You swung to him, it's on camera. You take your ass to court. That's all it is.
Yeah. No,
Now, I tell you, the only one that was showing out there. That's what it's called, right? So you don't know how all it started. But it seems like you was setting up, man. You back going about the business. She was kind of jumping around him. So I don't know, but she was swung on me. Hey, who you? Y'all saw this? Who this chick, man? I was calling out on you. Look at this. I got proof. You want to ask somebody else? I got somebody for you. That's all it is.
That's it right there, Willie. You got somebody. You got somebody, Willie, and that somebody is yourself. So you're really telling us, Willie, you would have handled it that cartoon.
I would have to, because you got people with cameras everywhere. And then that's out. Man, look, I'm 250 pounds, probably 5'8", 5'9", 240 pounds. I mean, just going extra hard on her, and I feel the whole thing on there, man, he should have did that girl. She back here, man. They would went there real quick. He couldn't let her make it, man. You know what? You so right. So boy, all that. She ain't scratch me. She ain't make my eye come out. She ain't draw blood in there.
Okay, Willie, can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
So what if that was your daughter? What advice would you have given your daughter for acting a fool, in the airport? Like that.
You do that shit again, mother, keep your ass.
Willie, we knew we was gonna pull something out you. We knew we done really pull Willie. Willie, hold on, you got me sipping. If you ain't sipping, you're tripping.
My daddy probably would have said something like that and told me to go sit down.
All right, Willie, we knew you. Willie, thank you for calling in. We knew we was gonna pull it out you. That's what Dr. Jennifer Gilbert does. She pulled out the real you. Dr. Jennifer Gilbert pulled it out. She baby.
The pull-out game is
The pull, her pull. Now wait, what? Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set.
What we talking about?
We having a moment of silence, Eddie, Willie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike.
You dog said the pull-out game. What's wrong?
I don't really have anything else. Thank you, Willie, for calling. Tell Bobby and Ricky I said hi. God bless you.
There y'all go with all that. There y'all go with all that.
Thank you for calling in to the Unsugacoated Plug and Tea Talk Show.
My dad told me my brother a long time ago, hey, you go to jail, that's on you. I ain't gonna get your ass out of jail. You did the crime, I can't do nothing about it.
And
I wasn't part of it.
you do the crime, you damn sure better do the time.
You want to be grown and do grown for stuff, you got to come to the consequence. So in that case, make a swing on me, hey, forget us. That's it. And I would be good at night. I ain't got to worry about going to court and worry about getting processed being all night. Got to get in the jail for hours. They let me out for being undoing that airport.
Willie. Now we know you normally don't be on church program often, but it seems as if when they put you on program, you don't want to sit down. So we got to do you like we do the preachers and pull your coat, Willie. Willie, it is time for you to go. We have other callers. Callers, you are watching and listening to the Unsugacoated Plug and Tea Talk Show, where we bring you real talk, real issues, real people, real lives that matter every day. I am your host, your girl K-Ree, co-host April D, with the phenomenal Dr. Jennifer Gilbert and her phenomenal cast.
Willie, thank you so much for calling in, but man, thanks so much for the support. How did you find us on the radio tonight?
I saw a post from Bob Malcolm, and he said, "What would you do about this about the airport thing? Call me and let us know." So I let me call right quick.
So you're a friend of Malcolm's, Willie?
Yeah.
Malcolm don't got no friend.
All right. Well, thank you, Malcolm, friend, for calling in. Viewers and listeners, what did you think about the
Good night,
Spirit
Willie.
Airline?
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, good.
That's what I say about them PK kids. I'm one twice. They like to talk over people. What did you think about the Spirit Airlines fight between the man and the woman while we are still yet interviewing the phenomenal Dr. Jennifer Gilbert? You can call in to the station at 713-777-9595. If you're just tuning in, we encourage you to share, like, tag, What's your take on the Spirit Airline fight between the man and the woman? Well, back to Dr. Jennifer Gilbert until we have another caller calling in. Dr. Gilbert, tell us about your writing company, how they can reach you, and are there any spots available? Do you need any extras for your stage play?
At this time right now, we are currently just taking understudies because we have promoted our understudies to cast members.
Now, for those who would like to get into the acting world, they don't know what an understudy is. So can you explain what an understudy is?
It's like an assistant. You know what I'm saying? If Bob drops dead, Bill picks up. A cast assistant, an actor's assistant. See, this is my censor right here. This is why. She is she, and I'm Miss Me.
Now, why Bob had to drop dead?
Because
Bob could have had a flat tire. He could have made it.
Bob booked me up in the airport, and I wasn't having it.
Now, so as far as an understudy, As far as an understudy goes, is it too much is given, much is required.
Mhm.
So, with that being said, do the understudy have to always be at the rehearsals just as well as the lead?
Do your thing, girl.
Yes, you have to be present as if the part is already yours. You have to be there for everything because you have to know your cues, your movements, your tones, everything.
Everything.
Your lines.
Everything. So, Dr. Gilbert,
Yes, ma'am.
do you give your understudies a show? Or just your leads?
What do you mean? Do I give them a show?
With CSC Entertainment,
Oh,
with CSC Entertainment, we have understudies. We
okay.
have leads, of course.
Uh-huh.
We tried to make it to where these understudies became months on months and days and weeks on weeks. Well, we tried to have a show. We don't wear our leads out. So we would allow our understudies to have their show and then the leads to bring on the big league. Do you do that? So the only time you would use your understudies is if the lead.
Correct. However, they are paid, and then if they're not on stage, they're backstage, and they're still working.
So they're still working.
Yes.
So you work your understudies throughout the entire production. There it is. So if you are interested in being a part of Dr. Gilbert's production, how can they reach out to you?
jgilbertministries.com. www. God bless
She,
you. Well, you that's what to tell us about the domestic violence education tour 2020. Oh, honey, my love, my light. Every year I tour the country during the month of October, speaking and preaching and doing different things for domestic violence. Well, this year I decided that I wanted to do something different. And so what we're doing is we're doing an entire tour, and it's really kind of attributed to the arts. So we're educating them on domestic violence through the arts. So the 1st of October, I'm actually in a stage play called When Love Hurts. And then the 8th of October, I will be in Austin, or we will be in Austin, and I will be preaching at Hush the Silence, or Stomp the Silence, Empowerment Conference in Austin, Texas. And then on the 15th, I'm really excited about, we are going to be doing a domestic violence shelter rally, which is basically where the cast and I are going to go to various shelters and, empower them, give them free tickets, give them words of encouragement, show them that they can come out, give them little snippets and stuff like that from the show. And then, of course, the 21st to the 23rd is our play. And then on the 29th, we are doing What Are You Hiding Behind Your Smile Empowerment Conference in Houston, Texas. And it's also a fashion show with domestic violence survivors.
You have a lot going on. I mean, you done gave us some plugs. You done gave us some plugs, baby. Not only did you give us plugs, you done poured the tea. I'm almost out. You gave us plugs. You poured the tea on tonight. Let us hear from Madam Mimi. Mimi, if you don't mind, Dr. Gilbert. Mimi, you are a plus size model.
Yes.
Do you train models?
When asked, yes, I do.
That is a lie from the pit. Now I'm just playing. I'm just playing. When I was plus size, she was gonna work for me, but So tell us, what is all the intel for a plus size model? How is it working with plus size models?
I mean, it's a lot. What do you mean? What's
all the intel? What's the size? Like I'm large.
Go ahead.
I am large now. You know when I was just a little teacup, short and stout. Tilt me over, pour me out. You remember me then. But seriously, what I grew. But seriously, to be a plus size model, what size does that classify you as?
Industry considers plus size anything over a size 8. It will actually, anything that's over size 8. So if you're a size 10, industry will consider you a plus size model. However, I am of the voluptuous, juicy plus size model. So what I represent all of the sisters who are anything like 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, and above. Not to, dump on anything else who's smaller, but we
No,
are.
don't dump on me because you're gonna make me
No, not
keep
at all.
going back to the pork
But
chop.
when it comes to plus size modeling, they'll pick your size before they pick mine. So if you're coming into plus size modeling, you have to have it. It's imperative that you're coachable. It is imperative that you know what you're doing. It is imperative that you come with thick skin, that you can walk in rooms, as I have, with people who are way smaller, like Nikki used to say, skeebies, right? And there was one incident where I walked into the room and I was the only plus size model there. And they asked if I was a makeup artist. They asked if I was the hair person. They asked if I was everything but a model. And I was like, yeah, a model. And the faces that I received was like, really gonna model her clothes? Okay. And so if this is something you want to do, please know and understand it's not easy. Come with thick skin and be ready. If you want to be want classes, hit me up. I am Miss Mimi on Instagram or Facebook, and either I or two of the young ladies that I work with will help you get that done.
And not only are you a plus size model, but you are an on-air personality as well.
I am.
You do live.
Yes.
So have you ever had the opportunity to do anything like Stella Awards?
Not quite the Stella Awards, but I do host red carpets, or if it's an event, if they have a purple carpet, a blue carpet, people do reach out to me to host their red carpets. I also started hosting or emceeing events, women empowerments. I'm doing one October 29th. I'm actually doing a model class, hosting a model class for All For You Boutique on September, I want to say 2nd. So I'm more than a model. I do a whole bunch of stuff. As she stated, I am the host of the Love Power Radio show, and that's every Saturday. I'm getting kicked back up. This Saturday, I've been on break. Had to take a break.
Yeah, because Mimi and I started in 2018 together at gospelradionation.com.
Yep.
That's where I got my start. We started on the very same platform. And so you went your separate ways, I went my separate ways, and you're still here. We started from the bottom. Now we're here. Right? So thank you, Mimi. If you would like to book Mimi for any of your events, if you need a red carpet host, brown carpet, pink carpet, or anything like that, Mimi, as long as you still got, if you got the,
You gotta have the ducats.
not the monopoly money,
I can't send it to the like.
Take that to
EBT.
spirit.
We'll discuss.
All right, well, Mr. Q, though, because see, this is the Unsugacoated Plug NT show. So therefore, what is it that you do aside from acting? Can you offer the viewers and listeners? Can you offer the viewers and listeners?
He took people money.
Yes.
You work for IRS. I'm just playing.
No, not quite, but I am an accountant.
You're an accountant.
Yes, and I'm probably going to be a CPA within probably the next year and a half. So when I'm not acting, I'm running reports, looking at financial numbers, doing people taxes. So if you owe the government, I can entertain you while you give the government your money.
Okay, and if the viewers and listeners are stand in need of a CPA or a tax preparer, how can the people get in contact with you?
Oh, my social media on Facebook and Instagram is the same. Mashawn.Owens. Just look me up and I'll be there.
And Madam Assistant Director, what is it that you can offer the viewers and listeners?
What can I offer them?
Yes, ma'am. What services do you offer?
I know that's what our services
Yes.
used to be.
Oh, what?
Used to be.
Tell the truth, shame the devil. What they used to be with them nails. No, I'm just playing, girl. Just playing.
Oh, man.
I'm saying my
Wait.
services used to be.
Quiet. Action. Your services used to be?
I'm not liking this one.
And what happens when you don't like them?
Oh, not the nail.
You
Can't
don't want them to, because they got their own personality.
But I got enough, so I ain't gonna. You gonna win everything. And I got one nail. 2. I'm not gonna do it.
But used to be the nails, but I don't do that anymore. You know, now I'm also a model with my sister Mimi. I do some modeling as well. So does my babies. They get paid. They make appearances, for instance. They get paid to do that thing. I also do some acting as well. And like I said, with the studio, I'm working on that. That's my big baby, my big project. And no offense to anybody when the comment I made about playing with the fingers, I didn't mean it in no type of offensive way. My point was, you know, she was getting on me, so I just kind of had to jump out there a little bit. You know,
Right. You know, this is the unsugar-coated plug.
You know,
Tell it like a T.I.
Yeah. But my point was, you know, nails is a passion of mine. Hair was a passion. I used to do hair and nails. But my thing with that comment was, as much as I love nails, compared to my studio, like I'm not going to give my time away from my dollars to get coins.
Right.
You know, that's my big money. That's my big passion right now. So that's what my vision and my time was.
Right.
And then, you know,
that's the desire. God said that he's going to give you the desire.
Oh yeah, he definitely is.
Come on, Tyler
yes,
Perry.
because he's Tyler who?
You come on now.
Tyler who?
Okay, say your name. That's what I'm saying. That's the female Tyler Perry. She's gonna have her own studio.
Yes.
So basically, Dr. Gibb is already on board at your studio.
Yes.
Are you gonna open it up to other playwrights to come down to New Mexico as well?
They will have the opportunity to come. We're unrolling everything now. I can't give too much information, you know, because that's between me and my partner to, you know, unroll everything, come to an agreement, unroll how everything's going to do.
So you're not quite ready to give that information as far as to contact.
We're not ready yet for that. We're still we're in the building process of getting everything up and going. Yes.
In the
yes, ma'am. And we have the state of Mexico is on board with us. They are well aware of what we're doing. They're helping us to get everything up and running. So God, yes, God is like
He's on it.
We said what we wanted, and He just bam, bust the door down and flood immediately.
Open the floodgates of heaven.
Yes.
Open the floodgates of heaven.
And that's a lesson too, if I may say, for people who only want to deal with what's in front of them. When you're petitioning God for a thing, or when he's giving you a desire to do something, when you're petitioning him for, okay, where do I go? Where do I get this? How do I, whatever. Be open and willing to what he tells you, how he tells you to move it, because normally some of the people I come across, they only think about is Texas. You got a whole world out here. A whole world full of people.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Dr. Gilbert, you know you're a singer. We're going to give you a moment.
Yeah, you can go on and sing that, but don't get caught up in just staying in wherever you are. If you're in Texas, if you're in Arkansas, if you're in Louisiana, it's a whole bunch of other states and countries that can and will support and get on board with you. So don't be closed.
And if I could piggyback off of that, one of the lessons I think that we have all learned with JPM, DDB 365, EDH, all of us, is that where you're going, everybody can't go. The Bible says it like this. Jesus said, Simon, Simon, Satan desires to have you that he may sift you as wheat. And so what happens is so many times we curse the sifter. But we have to learn how to embrace the sifter, because what the sifter does is it purifies the atmosphere that's below the covering that God has given to you. And once you get to that, everybody can't go there. So there's going to be family members, and there's going to be relationships, there's going to be friends, there's going to be co-workers and co-laborers all at the top of the sifter. Not saying that they can't ever get to the bottom, it's just not their time. And so we have to be able to embrace that. When you and I worked together, I was not in the playwright industry. I was only acting. And then you kind of tried to introduce me to it, and I was like, whatever. It wasn't time. You see what I'm saying? And honestly, it was never nothing that I really desired to do. It was something that God had to say, okay, now it's time for you to do this. And I'm like, what? You know what I mean? And then from there, God blessed us with the first show that was, you know, two of the 3 days were sold out, and you know, and then He gave us this one. And so we're believing God for all 3 nights to be sold out this time.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, what I don't want, and I think I can speak for Riri and Eric and all of those of us that work together, is that we don't want to be the cookie cutter empire. We want to do everything that people can only imagine. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm looking for that I can only imagine kind of blessing. You know, if my mind can conceive it, I don't want it.
But here's how I knew you had it in you. Because I've been doing this since 2015, even when God takes me where He's bringing me, I'm still not going to get to the point to where I cannot. Right. So when you was working with me, you couldn't tell that you didn't have that in you. It was already in you. You conceived it. It just wasn't time for you to birth it. Because you literally had me in. I'm like, well, baby, she done got me organized. She had my paperwork together. And when I say had my paperwork together, she had everything in order. So I was to the point like, you know, so to be quite honest with you, I'm like, well, this is another producer. Come and step on and I'm just gonna, this is Can't Sugarcoat Entertainment, right? We're not gonna sugarcoat, but this is another producer from another production company. Come and tell me how to run my production. You already had it in you. It just didn't manifest itself, but it has now manifested. And God is going to bring you higher and higher and higher and higher. And I thank you, humbly thank you for working alongside myself and Slappy Payne, who is our production process advisor. You and Slappy. Y'all kind of bumped heads, but I mean, at the same time, you got these 3 big tops trying to work together and trying to come together. And when you have 3 big heads, then Dr. Gill, I don't know. I'm not shooting that.
From the beginning.
Gil. Well, I wasn't about to get. I wasn't about to change because I was still trying to finish something for her.
We done cut her off. Hold on.
No, a thought came to me, but the night is well spent. So too young gonna need. And Cass, don't get mad at me because I know I posted and say y'all better stay in character for the whole thing, but. You know, a lot of time has passed, so Tia need to go to the nap. So Riri needs to come. Come on, Riri. I just want to talk to everybody. And I can't pop the dumb because Riri. But I do want to take the opportunity to tell everybody, just from my own experience, you know, my goal is to show and to tell people whatever it is you want to do in life, to go for it. And don't let the obstacles, don't let people tell you what you can and cannot do. I'll just, you know, share a little bit of myself, you know, and we talked about it a little earlier, you know, when I was talking about my restrictions, you know, I deal with a lot of health issues. And God took me through that. He brought me through it. I had 3 life-saving surgeries. I died on the table once. And, you know, God raised me and He still brought me through. And, you know, and from that moment, you know, I was on bed rest for 2 months straight. And you know, and in that moment, I told God, you know, what it is I want to do. Because people have always, you know, they've always asked me, you know, model for me. And, you know, at that time I was larger than I am now. And I was always afraid, thinking I never fit in, you know, the model bubble. And you know, I just had the realization, if I trusted God to bring me through and to save my life, why was I afraid to pursue my dream? Right. Why was I afraid to do what I wanted to do? Because the worst they're going to do is tell me no. And so, after I got through with my bed rest and I healed and I went after it, God just, like I said earlier, he just was bursting the doors down. He was just making way after way after way. And me personally, just with my, I was raised kosher, as we talked earlier. So it was like, you show your arms, your church mother gonna come for me, and so, and even with that, I was just my own reservations. There are just certain things I will not do, will not say, will not wear, and I still stick to that to this day. And so I've come across different people, different designers, different organizations that because I wouldn't do what they wanted me to do, they told me, you know what, I'm a blackball you. You'll never be anything in this industry. I'm gonna make sure you're nothing in this industry.
Oh, I've been blackballed.
But look at me now. Like I do shows now. I have modeled for different companies. I have Africa contact me and say, hey, we want you to come out for us and everything's on us. We'll take care of everything for you to come out here to Africa and model internationally. So I mean, don't tell me, you locally in your boutique that I will never be anything.
Right.
When I have people all over the country coming to get me and paying for me to come there and be in their shows. So, and I don't say that arrogantly. I say that with all confidence in the Lord, because when you because when you stand firm on who you are and what you will not do, and you especially doing it in the name of the Lord, he is going to make sure to give provisions. He's going to make sure that you make it and make sure that you get everything it is that you want to do. And I've even had that, even with the filming industry, because some things I will and will not, because of what I will and will not do, it was still the same thing. Hey, you'll never make it in the industry. You'll never, we're going to blackball you. But look now, God is blessing. Hey, they won't let you in their film. I'm going to give you a studio. How about that? And they can come pay you to film something, for their studio. I mean, for their movie. Right. So, I mean, God will turn and flip those things around. And so I just, want to tell any and everybody, whatever it is you want, go for it. What again? Go for it, do it, and don't worry about the people who's going to say something, who's going to do something, even threaten to end your career, because they don't have the final say. It's all God.
Derek said, I'm trying to see if Dr. Jennifer brought them cookies.
Oh, man.
You're fired. Show him the cookies, man. Show him what he missed.
This is the cookies, okay? Plenty of cookies.
And it's, where, can you send me the other bag? Give me the bag. Give me the bag, Cletus.
Wait, I'm sick of her.
So listen, could have the whole show. Action. Say action.
Action.
Give me the black. Give me the cookie. Okay.
All right.
Listen here. I don't know who this gentleman is right here. Right here. I don't know if he's single or married or what. But let me tell you about these here cookies. These cookies is called Soul Snacks. Okay? And it has blessed all of my souls.
Well, obviously this man right there needs a plug. Give him a plug.
What?
Give him the plug.
There's the plug. Oh, the Soul Snacks. So
the Soul Snacks.
These is down home double chocolate chip. And these right here, these is the bomb diggity. These is called coconut milk chocolate toffee. Baby, let me tell you something. Malcolm and I have done work in the community before, but this is the best thing he's ever done for Dr. Jennifer Gilbert right here. God bless you, sir. God bless you. Oh, no, you
all right.
Yes, but I did not bring the cookies, Derek.
But how can they get some of Derek cookies? Tell the people how.
So, okay. It's an inside joke from the play. You got to get a ticket to come see the play to understand what he's talking about.
That's it right there. So how much are those tickets and when will they go?
The tickets are $40 and they are on sale. We are very close to Saturday night being sold out already. Friday night is halfway there. Sunday is wide open. So please,
wait a minute.
Please
Saturday night is what?
Saturday night. Wide open? No, Sunday is wide open. The holy day.
Oh, the
day that the Lord
the holy day.
Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Okay. So you can go to Eventbrite and get your tickets, or you can go contact any cast member. You can contact myself. You can go to jgilbertministries.com. There's a direct link that takes you right to Eventbrite.
Now VIP, how much is VIP?
There is no VIP this time. Everybody is VIP. Everybody is VIP.
Everybody is VIP.
Yeah, because you know what I found on our series. Last time we did VIP, and it sold like crazy. And we had to keep extending the VIP till there was no general admission. Which is fine coin-wise.
That's phenomenal.
But at the end of the day, for this particular play for sure, I want people to come for the cause, not for the cooking. Right. And so that's why we're not doing VIP this time. It's just general admission, or $40. There's no bad seats at all. All of the seats are great. General admission. We'll open the doors an hour early so that you can get in and get your seats.
And we're playing where?
At Midtown Arts Theater, downtown.
3414.
Thank you very much. 3414 La Branch on October 21 through 23.
Through 23.
Yes.
There you have it. The Gospel Golden Girls, the phenomenal Dr. Jennifer Gilbert. Malcolm, is there anything else you have our esteemed guests on tonight?
The Gospel Golden Girls?
The Gospel
And the men that they hurt.
And the men that they hurt.
I really don't have anything to add. I'm trying to write all the notes as we're going. I'm notating. As you see, I shouted out.
You are doing a phenomenal job.
Mr. Ralph Roll, I shouted out him too. Thank you. I shouted out him and tagged him and let him know. That is why I have the cookies here. To those of you who are listening at www.realtalk100radio.com or tuned in on our live feeds, please go to Soul Snacks on Instagram and Facebook and give this great man a follow. His name is Mr. Ralph Roll. Soul Snacks Cookies is the brand, and he reached out to Real Talk 100 Radio all the way from New York and said, I haven't seen anybody promote like Real Talk 100 Radio. I need y'all to help me sling these cookies out of my trunk all over Texas. And I said, I got you, man. I got you. So, shout out to Ralph Roll. Shout out to Soul Snacks. These cookies can be found on the shelves at Kroger, Walmart, and he's working on H-E-B as we speak.
All right, and as we close out, April D, do you have anything for Dr. Gilbert or any one of her phenomenal cast members here?
No, I don't. I just want to say that I love God's people. Only do it. Yes, He will.
Yes, He will. Way in the middle of the will. But listen, April, tell them about the $150 early Christmas raffle, and then we're gonna call it a wrap.
Yes, we are going to be raffling for that $150 catering gift certificate. Now, I am the caterer. So, tickets were for the raffle going to be $10. And yes, we'll be announcing the winner probably December the 3rd. And what it is in that $150, you pick what you want to eat. I bring what you want to eat. I don't serve, but you will be very satisfied for that $150.
Now, April D, delivery up on that $150 catering meal, would that be delivered on Christmas Eve, or when will that be delivered?
Actually, the reason why I'm saying that December 3rd will be the deadline, because if it's for a Christmas party, I will do that as well. So it's basically for a Christmas party, because people love to do their Christmas parties before Christmas.
Starting on the 1st.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm available every weekend, so it depends on what day they want to have their, whoever wins.
All right, so there you have it. We are the Unsugacoated Plug and Tea talk show is raffling a $150 catering Christmas meal for your family events and or I'm gonna have to buy me some. Can I participate?
Yeah, she can participate.
No, I'm just joking. I'll let one of them.
And to just add on it now, like I said, the gift certificate is for $150. But if you think you're gonna have more than, because that $150 may cover probably about maybe 30 people. So if you would like more, you can ask for more, and I will do it more.
Well, I have a gift for Dr. And I'm not no singer like Dr. Gilbert. I'm not no singer like international, our host, other hosts, international gospel recording artist, Tiffani or Singz, but I am a singer. I sing back up, boy, back up. International gospel recording artist, Tiffani or Singz. I sung under the leadership of Dr. Kathy Taylor. I sang with J Bass and T Lock. I'm also a member of the Houston Mass Choir of the Gospel Music Workshop of America, and I say all that to say, Dr. Gilbert, you can help me sing this because Tiffani normally sings us, and I'm gonna bless you. Dr. Gilbert, because I'm blessed. I just want y'all to help me bless somebody else. So April D, because I am blessed, I would like for you to help me bless Dr. Jennifer Gilbert in her phenomenal cast of the Gospel Golden Girl. Baby, don't you see I'm preaching? That's what I say about the PKQ. We're gonna have to teach you stage etiquette.
I'm trying to help y'all as you go through the show. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just wanted to put the information of when the play was and everything on the screen, but it's not on there.
So we have to teach you stage etiquette. Hold on. Action. So when the lights go out, that means quiet on the set. And that's what I'm just playing with you. But anyways, as I was saying, we are going to bless Dr. Gilbert in her cast with a catered meal. And this is going to be for them backstage. Oh. So we will bless you that Sunday with a catered meal because I'm blessed. Help me to bless somebody else. And that is our gift here from Sugarcoat Entertainment, from one production company to another. And so because I'm blessed, help me to bless somebody else. That's going to be our song that we're going to close out with. Dr. Gilbert, I would start it up, but you're the same guy in here. Okay? So go on and start us off for that. That's what they say about the culture. They always listening. You got us Baptists for too. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But go on and close.
I was asking his Facebook because I was going to send him a flag.
See, I only got 2 nails. You got a whole 10 cents.
Malcolm Lewis Jackson. LOMALCOLM. LOUIS Jackson.
So we're going to bless you again. You're in your phenomenal cast on that Sunday with that catered meal for you guys backstage. So if you have any suggestions, what they can eat, what they can't eat, let us know. We're going to cater to you. That's what we're going to do. So whatever you would like, let us know, and we will cater that on Sugarcoat Entertainment LLC. So we will be blessing you with that. And because I'm blessed, Lord God, please help me to bless somebody else. So please lead us out with that song. You're not because I'm blessed. Help me to bless somebody else. Somebody. Well, I'm not Kurt Cole, but you know what I'm saying. Go on and give us a song, because I almost shoot my own weed. I mean, it did lift up. Go on and take us to the throne of grace. What is that?
If you cut that light.
Action.
I don't know. You know how you draw a blank when somebody just throw you on the spot?
You are a singer. You are a praise and worship leader. Just make her shift one time. It's hot in here, so I feel a breeze in this kitchen. I need to shift this wig, shift the atmosphere. Tiffani international. That's where we're going. This is why you need to be here, Tiffany, because these singers don't like to sing. Just give us an old hymn.
Why is this like?
I was gonna say you still. My birthday came. Pass me not, oh gentle Savior. Pass me not, oh gentle Savior. Hear my humble cry. While on others thou art calling, oh, do not pass me by. I'm calling you, Savior. Oh, Savior. Hear my humble cry. While on others thou art calling, oh, do not pass me by. Yes, and amen. Now it's time for the offering. If you like what you see every week, you can make a monetary donation to the unplugged, the unsugared. She got me tongue-tied, got my wings shifting. You can make a monetary donation to keep this show going every week. We do bless others here at the Unsugacoated Plug and Tea Talk Show. Can't Sugarcoat Entertainment is not only a production company, but we are in outreach ministry. We go out, we feed the homeless every second, fourth, and fifth Saturday. We have added the fifth Saturday of the month. If you would like to come out and volunteer, we are accepting gently worn school uniforms right now. We are accepting school supplies because everybody done did their and coats and bikes. We'll talk about that next week. But listen, we give. We are givers. Again, God does not bless you to bless yourself. He bless you to bless others. And you never know when you're going to be on the receiving end. So help us to be blessers to someone else and to keep this show going and to assist us in giving back to the community. You can donate to $2020 Films, even if it's $1. I am your girl, Kay Reed. I am your host of the Unsugacoated Plug and Tea Talk Show on Real Talk 100 Radio, and my co-host, April D. It has been a pleasure interviewing the cast of the Gospel Golden Girls, and when the men did what?
And the men that they heard.
The men, I wasn't really so much worried about the men. Now, and the men that they heard. This is going to be one hit stage play that you do not want to miss. Do not sleep on Dr. Jennifer Gilbert and her phenomenal, outstanding cast.
One thing before we close the show, and that is I have everything except the location. I have Midtown Theater. Is that the name of it?
Midtown Arts.
Midtown Arts Theater. Midtown Arts Theater at 3414 LaBranch.
Yes.
And this is what date?
October 21 through 23.
October
And did you
21 through 23.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And if they go to Eventbrite, since you're blessing us, KP or KP or whatever
You
your
better
name is
say it.
today,
Say it again. Say it again. So wait.
whatever your name is today. Since you are blessing us, if you go to Eventbrite and you use the promo code EDH, then you will get $10 off of your ticket. Amen.
Well, listen, I don't want $10 off of my ticket.
I don't want $10 off of my ticket because I know as a CEO, as a founder, as a producer, as a writer, I know what it takes to put on a production, and it's not cheap. So I am not only going to be purchasing my $40 ticket, I'm going to be investing in April with her $40 ticket as well. And we're not paying. Shabba. Well, we can bring somebody else, but I am purchasing 2 tickets now, and I'm giving away one.
So we're gonna go and see the show Saturday, and I'll be cooking Sunday.
Yeah, okay. Oh, so yeah, okay. So Saturday we're going to see the show,
Yeah.
but I'm blessing you with your Saturday show, and you're cooking for Sunday.
Yes.
All right. All right. So we are going to bless you. We don't want. We don't want to turn around.
He's making it
All right. Oh, girl, with the tambourine. I know y'all got some tambourine play. You know, that's what I say about these producers. These playwrights, they don't know how to end the show.
In the show, say goodnight. God bless you.
Good night. Thank you. Let's all get in.
Good night, everybody. That was another edition of Unsugacoated Plug and Tea. You can check this show out every Wednesday night from approximately 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. We routinely go overtime, as you see tonight,
Wait a minute.
because we love this show. They do a great job as they're doing their best depiction of Charlie's Angels. And
Jesus
Angels. We'll see y'all next week
Amen.
with the Charlie's Angels or Jesus Angels.
Jesus Angels.
Amen.
Go and follow Unsugacoated Plug and Tea on Facebook at Unsugacoated Plug and Tea. We'll see y'all soon. Y'all make sure y'all go check this play out. Once again, it is called The Gospel Golden Girls and the Men They Hurt. It's all about domestic violence against men.
And thank you for tuning in weekly, where we bring you real talk, real people, real issues that matter every day.
Good night, all.
Good night.
You tell me when you stop, because mine is